Good morning and welcome to the big story on Quest Television. Today we are here to talk on various issues that have important concerns to Nigeria and indeed Nigerians. So this morning we have a whole vast array of discussions this morning, ranging from the role of communication in preventing strikes, lessons from the tariff crisis, telecom crisis that we had recently, where there has been a public outcry. A lot of people were saying that Nigeria's increment in the telecom communications industry is indeed not in line with their services so far and all that. And just yesterday, we have the United States President who cut financial funding of the HIV and AIDS and other health concerns, as we may be talking about this morning. My name is Silas Mchianan, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with my colleague.
Good morning, Silas.
Good morning, Marvelous.
Good to be here.
It's good to be here, actually. We have a whole lot of stories during the headlines. You said a whole lot of very captivating stories, and I think that this one that really brings to mind what to talk about is the situation of HIV in Nigeria and the impact that this has for Nigeria. If United States government is spending a whole lot of money to fund this, maybe we could see if Nigeria can stand on her own. And so we'd like to thank you very much for joining us, Marvelous.
All right.
Now, let's first talk about the role of communication in trying to mitigate the issues of strikes, looking at the telecom crisis in Nigeria. Now, Marvelous, recently we have a situation where Nigerians and labor unions in Nigeria, let's talk about the education sector, every kind of economy, they think that the best language now to communicate with the government is strike. And strike. Do you think there are other means or conversations, which I'm sure that maybe as I guess joins in much later, but we just have to dwell on it just a little before they come up to that. Do you think that communication, maybe there could be better platforms of communication other than strike actions?
Silas, even as serious as the strike seems, does it even still work? We've had cases of people go on strike for days, months, and nothing happens. We've had cases of people even go to the point of protesting. But nothing happened. Remember the last protest, and bad governance protest. After the protest, we had fuel price go up once again. So, does it really work? It's not about, you could say, okay, yeah, let's have a closed door meeting, let's have a dialogue, let's have a parley. There are so many things they call it. Let's just sit and talk, let's have a roundtable meeting, let's have, they just say, well, let's meet with the federal government, they're meeting with this, they're meeting with that. At the end of the day, nothing works. They could also opt for strikes and nothing changes. They could also opt for protests and nothing changes. What would Nigerians do at that time? We've had this government where once they say something or once they've done something, it's difficult for them to go back on their word. It has just become the norm. So I feel that even though that we go for a strike, it's going to be people who tend to suffer at the end of the day for a strike. Maybe businesses are advised to shut down and all of that. And maybe at the end of the day, nothing changes. Trust me, the telecommunications telecom providers, they will tell you that they have reasons why they had to raise the prices. And then if they go to the federal government, they went to the federal government and the federal government accepted, they went to the NCC understood their plight and allowed them to raise it. Do you think that, okay, when Nigerians now come out and then they cry that anything will be done? Look at the way they raised fuel price. Just a few years back, fuel was not even up to 200 naira. And how much are we buying petrol today? What has changed? So we had petrol price. Petrol is even something that I feel we even use it more than so many persons that get to patronize the telecommunications sector. And then the price, it tripled, not even up to quadrupled overnight. And Nigerians are still forging ahead. You could say, let's have a party, let's have a meeting. And some persons would still rather opt for it because they're like, it's Nigeria, nothing is really going to change. You already have a set of Nigerians that feel that, no matter what you do, nothing will change. It's still going to be the usual. The federal government will not just go back on their words. With all the suffering going on in the country, Silas, do you think that a government that really wants things to get better for the people, they watch Nigeria go this path that we are going? Why do they say we are on the path to recovery? Does it seem like we are recovering? The poverty in the country, has it improved? Are people now living better? Is food now more affordable? What has changed? I don't think anything has changed with all of the threatened strikes by the NLC the minimum wage issues. You know how it happened with the minimum wage, where they said, okay, let's agree at 77,000 naira, and once we do that, we will not raise fuel price again. We agreed on that, and after the meeting, it was raised.
Yeah, well, the situation here, what I think is the fact that everybody and every Nigerian has the right to purposeful and productive communication, which means that in every industry, let's talk about labor unions and all that, they have their communication wings or communication departments, as that may be. So I think maybe if the government on its own is ensuring that we honor conversations and agreements and all that, so when that happens, we'll begin to move forward. You know, we have conversations going on. So I think the government first, we encourage people to see how these things will be moving. You know, we encourage people by honoring agreements. If labor, for instance, the last time I remember during the administration of President Muhammad Buhari, they had a tripartite agreement. Maybe the level, the House of Representatives, the level, and the stakeholders, so that we continue to have conversations. But